Alright, so our little Grom Reaper is going to the show. It has been accepted into the Handbuilt bike show in Austin, Texas, and which is this week, coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's like the 8th, 9th, and 10th of April, and we're talking 2022 right now. So this is the first show they've had in a couple years because of the whole COVID thing. I am super excited to have this Grom in there, which you can see back here, it is finished. We have spent the last couple weeks feverishly working on this thing to get it finished and ready for the show, because I had applied for this show. I had submitted an entry to the show showing pictures of this thing half done months ago, like way before, and I hadn't heard anything from these guys, and I was like, for sure they've ignored my entry, deeming it unworthy for their show. But all of a sudden, 3 weeks out from the show, I get an email that says, "You're in the show, man." And I'm like, whoa, we gotta get this bike finished. So instead of working on the Fiat, which was our current priority at the moment, we are back on this Grom and getting this thing done so we can get in that show and we can spread the gospel of the HooptieDoodle, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get some attention from that show. And I am looking forward to getting a free t-shirt and getting free access to this show and getting to see all of these bikes, because there's supposed to be like 150 bikes and all handmade. I don't even know what to make out of that term. I'm sure there's a wide variation in that, and so it should be very interesting though. I expect my bike to be on the bottom end of the quality on this, so I'm hoping I'll be able to garner some really cool tips just by looking at some of these bikes on how they're made and get some ideas for future builds around here that can help improve the quality of our stuff. And so I'll put a link in the description of this video to that show. So that's what we've been up to behind the scenes here at HooptieDoodle. I got a stack of video footage to process and put out for you guys. And so there should be at least half a dozen videos coming out on this Grom, making the handlebars, finishing up a whole bunch of mounts and everything for this thing, putting it all together. And then we'll have a wrap up video for this whole Grom, the whole process, which has been like a year or more. We've been working on this Grom, which is way too long. So expect to see those things rolling out here in the very near future. And then this other bike behind me, this guy, is our VFR, and we're gonna move on to that as our next bike project. We also gotta finish the Fiat, but we're moving on to that VFR and digging into that engine first and see if we can even salvage the engine, and then making a decision on what do we do with the VFR, because there's a lot of other stuff wrong with it. If you go back to the VFR video, I'll link that in the description as well. It is a mess, an absolute disaster, that VFR, and it needs wheels. Both wheels need to be replaced. The front end needs to be replaced, all kinds of things. I'm not sure if the frame is any good. We'll have to uncover that and look at it. All the plastics, just total trash. I mean, the engine has a big hole in it, and so I'm hoping the engine can at least be salvaged, because that is the best part of the VFR, is the engine. We'll see what becomes of the VFR, if it's just a pile of parts or trash or recycling, or if we actually, do we make it into a VFR again? Do we make it into a slightly customized VFR? Do we use the engine for something completely different? I don't know. So let me know what you think. But so that's what's going on around here. We're going to a show. In the description, check out the links to the show, how to get to the show if you want to check out the show, all that sort of stuff. And I'll be putting out a video of the show as well, so you can see how it went for me as a builder putting a bike in the show and how that all works. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm super pumped. We're super pumped to get into this show. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the show.